pound, yen, Aussie, or whatever pairs you want me to cover this week. Sounds amazing? Because it does sound amazing to me. So I would say that welcome. I am much appreciative of you being here today. So yeah, awesome. Then I just want to say that awesome that you're here. Then we can basically start. If there's anyone who has any forex space at all, then I would love to hear about them. So I would say currencies. If you say dollar first, I would do all the dollars. Then if somebody says pound, I would do all the pound first. So just one block of one pairs. So trading forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. So I can hear myself. Good. And yeah, it's risky trading forex, so don't invest money you can't afford to lose. And I hope you're here to gain knowledge. I'm here to give you knowledge, and we're here to have fun. And nobody is going to be bad to you because we're just going to have fun, laugh, and prepare for next week ahead. So what I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you targets, stop losses, entries, or something that could look in that favor. So we have a couple of people here today. Good morning, Ba. Good evening. It's 7:30 p.m. The day is over. Ba, welcome, Ben and Sammy. Welcome. USD is the king. We start with dollar. Okie dokie. Can we start with Aussie donkey? I don't know if this is a donkey trade, but I just made it. Okie dokie. So I have a couple of lines here. So I just want to be very straight with you that I do have a system. So I have entries or entry prices for the week and for the month. Then, if those two are together, that's normally dynamite. What do you mean by dynamite? More times than often, they go in my direction. So here we have this big red line that goes all the way down to June. So this price is the monthly sell price. And that's where price actually went up to for this end of April. And it went down. So what do you think is going to happen next? Then this is the weekly price, this pink, no, this, is it pink? Yeah, it's pink. Pink box, that's the weekly sell area. And then all the way down here, we have the monthly buy price. So you would think, but they must have a target then. Well, if you're thinking it's going to sell off, we have a target just below 60, from 65.50 to 60. That's 500 pips. And then we have the opposite one. If you think it's going to be a buy, then you will look for any buy steps around 62.50, and then you will take it up all the way up to 68.50. That's a lot of pips there as well. Think it's 600 if I can't think straight. So that's the overall. So the monthly is like the overall picture, the big picture, like the big trends. The weekly are just weekly trades. So we're good. We're good. Let's go. So for this week, I do see that we need to have a reversal. We have just fallen down, and I would say this is technically support. Okay, technically support. So if you're looking to buy this one, you want price to go higher. Okay, unless you're already in. Then you don't want to go higher, then you just want to fall forever. And then, if we go a bit closer in, then I could do this and this. Fine. Okay. So you want to see some kind of pattern that would say, oh, nice. It makes a new high, pull back, and then all the way up to make a new high at 65.90. Also, you need this reversal or this high. At least you need to break above this one. So that's plan A. Now, for this week, that's everything that you need. No, that's everything you have. That's what you need to see. Sorry. That's what you need to see if you are a buyer. Or you can say if the price comes all the way down to 62.50, you can look for it again. So you really have this area here right now around 64, specifically above 64, 0.0000. If price goes above, no, goes below 64, 0.0000, it's no longer a buy. Okay? Only plan A for buyers. Only plan A. And then plan B is down here, and that's next week at least. Been a while. Welcome back, Roscoe. Let's go. Could you provide any analysis for Euro Aussie? Tom Watkins. I have been requested Euro Aussie. I will during this live. I'm not sure when. I can do this after the dollar. I've gone through the dollar. That's what requested first. So first comes first. There's multiple people asking for Euro Aussie. So you're at least 3 of you. So I would try to do it during this live. And I can't promise you right now. Ahmed says, how are you? Hi, I'm fine. I'm awesome. We are doing well. We're setting up trades for next week, aren't we? Now, where do you put your stop loss? Well, if this is your entry area and you make some kind of reversal down here, then below this candle here of 63.40. So this one, below here. But you would say, oh, that's a lot of pips, isn't it? Well, 60 pips. Well, if you can't afford that, then you might not do it, or should have it closer, but you will risk more, or have it stopped out and then continue into the area, into your direction, sorry. Then we will just take all the way this way, away, take it away, take it away, take it away. Let's do the sellers. What do sellers want to look for? So I think I've done you buyers now. I think I have been fair to you, and I think I have done you well. So targets, entry, stop loss, risks, it's about to come. That's where you want to see selling coming in at 65.5. Awesome. Okay. What do you want to see after 65.5? You can see price come back up again. That sounds amazing, isn't it? But what about buyers? Well, you're going to want to take them out. Like that. So you would love price to come up to 65 again. Why? Because this is support turning resistance, and this move down was a bit fast, I would say. So I would love for it to have a pullback. We are always setting ourselves up for the best trade. So plan A is down here at 64.5. But really the main one in plan B, okay, that's plan, okay, fine. Plan A is up here at 65. Plan B is if it only goes to 64.5. This area, if it only goes here, then okay, fine, we'll take it. But you want it to go up here, so you will wait for that. Maybe we'll miss B, but still, that's kind of what you would look for. Hello, Dunlove. Aloha. How can differentiate between Fibonacci? How can you differentiate between Fibonacci retracement on a downtrend like Aussie dollar and between higher highs? You never know, Sammy, until you know. Like market. Okay, so for example, though, sellers tried here, sellers tried here, sellers tried here. That's because, and that's because, okay? We can see they have tried, they have not been successful twice. So if that's a fib retracement of some kind of situation, yeah, then that should be it. It's almost about 100 of this great fall, but of the larger move all the way down, back up from from January, we're just at 61.8-ish, a bit above. So maybe this is not the correct one. I don't know. How do you adapt it? Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. But that's kind of what you... I think it's gotten a bit higher than I would love to. But nevertheless, it sells off on the sell price for the month. If it sells off for the week as well, that's dynamite down. So I'm really down on Aussie dollar. Anything else? Target is 63 or lower. So 63 is the target for this week. So enter it around 65 down to 63. It's 200 pips I just set you up for. Like for that one. And I will follow up on Discord channel if it doesn't work. So where's the line in the sand for sellers? Well, if it breaks above again, if it breaks above 65.5 again, then it's no longer a sell. Okay, you tried. Have small stop loss. Stop loss are just above here. Then okay, fine. Good. But I think this is to initiate sellers. But then you need to pull back. You can't sell it down here. You could sold it here if you sold it, but you need to pull back. Okay. And do you know, like, if it's going to hold the retracement? You don't know if it's retracement or pullback. You just have to let the market prove right or wrong, basically. Which then go up and up and up only. Yeah, it's also that you don't know the future, but you sell where sellers sell, which I've just talked to you about. Then you have tactics, and then you have stop loss. So this is a round number. This is 61.5. Okay. Then they tried at 64 and didn't work out. Then they tried at 65.5. So they're just trying at round prices and at specific spots, and they haven't like tried to force it as it goes higher. You just let it go. So we shall see this week. But you don't know ahead. You just sell, sell, or buyers buy, and you win in the end. Hi James. What's gonna happen? White prices, please. Well, I will do that later on. I can do it later on. Are we done with Aussie? Anything unclear? Anything questions about Aussie dollar? Unless we will just move on. Good. Euro dollar. I think actually this week, believe it or not, you won't hear from me from a very long time. But I think actually we're just going to hit 11.5 next week. It could fall. It should fall. But should doesn't necessarily always fall together with does. So it should fall from here. It's a weekly, it's a monthly price to sell from. So I will look for sell, but I actually think it's actually going to go higher because of the movement. Because retail traders are net short, and being with them doesn't necessarily make it fall. It actually does the opposite, actually rise. So just to kick them out again, that's like my psychology here, is that we're going to go higher. That's the only dollar pair that I think is actually going to do this. The rest, I'm dollar bull. So Aussie dollar down, pound dollar down. What you going to think here? Okay, let's do this again, more better. So 11.5, that's what I think is going to happen. But I will play out a sell with a target of 108, with an ultimate target of 107 or 106.80, which I have had for a long time now as a target. Then I need a reversal pattern of 1 hour. I don't know if I will get it ever. I need some kind of this, and I don't need to break above 10. 110. If it holds below 110, I'm still short. Okay? As long as it doesn't go above 110, basically. As a buyer, you would see if it comes down to 109.40, game on. Boom. Okay? If it comes down to 109.40, you're like, this is amazing. I will take it. Go for it. Awesome. But if you take it at 109.40, you are at risk and you need a big stop loss. So might not be good for you and your account. It's up to you. I'm not here to tell you anything because this webinar does not contain any investment advice and it's only for educational purposes. So it's up to you. So I guess the point everyone wants down to 109.40. It just depends who wins in the end. Then we move on, I guess. Then we continue more. Then, yeah, sellers stop loss above 110. We're good to go down then. Pound dollar, same thing. Has way more bullish move to it. That was another one. So I would love for it to come back up again. Do I think it will go all the way to 25 and a half? Okay, maybe 25 and a half, and then all the way down to 23. This one's a bit FOMO for me because it went so down so fast, but this is support. So if you're a buyer, like, this is the price. This is where I would like it to reverse. And this is where buyers want it up and sellers want it up. So I believe it's going to go up at least on Monday, but eventually throughout the week, I think we're going down to 23 more than going up to 27,200, which is a target for buyers. And if it does, well, good on them. So when is it no longer short? It's 126 is the line in the sand of it going from this fall that we anticipate to being bullish. And then after it's just skyrocket. Okay? Not skyrocket, but that's definitely going to go higher because once that happens, closes above 126, we have all the way up to 129 and maybe all the way up to 132. Okay? So that really sparks and continues this bull pattern that you might say that there is, because if it does go higher, it is an uptrend. But if it now holds this monthly sell price, this weekly sell price, and actually goes down, we're actually continuing the bearish pattern. Okay, I think we got that one too, didn't we? Nailed it. Boom. And apart from that, well, last week, I'm just going to tell you very quickly, that's the target for last week. Boom. Told in this webinar. That's the target for bulls last week. Boom. That's the target for buyers last week. Boom. And gold, sideways. I would say that's the entry for buyers. That's the entry for sellers. You can choose your team. So, are we now going to go higher? Are we going to go lower? It all depends. What are you, buyer or seller? Pick one team. Don't choose. Don't buy and sell. Don't hedge. I don't like hedging. Don't make me do it. Well, I'm just saying that choose a direction. That has helped me being either bull or bear. Don't do both because it can be a buy and a sell at the same time. Okay, let's take this one for example. This one is going up. This is a buy for a buyer, continuation. As a seller, this is the target. This is a double top, new low, pullback, sell. Okay, this area here, both see it as their advantage. Okay, if that's both people's advantage, who is going to win? The market will provide the answer. Okay, so it just depends what eyes are you. So if you're buying and selling in this area, that's really terrible, by the way, really terrible trading, and nothing you should be proud of to be buyer or seller here, because you were just being either you will be wrong buyer or wrong seller. So it's either better to be small losses and let your winners run rather than being somewhere in between. You get paid for your expertise, not because you can trade both ways. Okay, That's how I see the world. So target for sellers is 1650, 1654, and target for buyers is 1740. Right now it looks like a sell, but if you're a buyer, you just want this small pullback back to this support here, which is 1687, and you take it higher. We don't know who is going to win. Much appreciated. Market will decide. Hands off. And what am I thinking? I think it's going to go up. But I don't know the future. I don't know. I just want you to make a decision that you are the expert of gold. If you trade gold. Okay? Then, people, I have a small request for you. Okay? For those of you who is in my Discord channel, please raise your hand. So I'll say I if you are in my Discord channel. And if you're not in my Discord channel, please say no. Okay? So while I wait for that answer, I will go to pound yen, because that's also been requested. And this is a social experiment, okay? So if you're in my Discord channel, please say yes, and then if you're not, say no, because I'm going to ask you a question that actually only those in my Discord channel will know. I think that that the that pound yen should make a pullback. Doesn't need to, should. If I want to be in, listen to this one. If I want to be in it. It doesn't need, I don't need to, but if I want to, I want it to pull back at around 134.50. Sounds like a good plan. Target is 131.50. Why, you might say? Well, that sounds amazing to me. Oh, and I forgot to do that one. That's awesome. Okay. Well, that didn't really go well, so I forgot to do maybe I've taken it away. Okay, so if you are a buyer, you're like, oh, amazing thing, right? I might have done that, okay. Okay, so if you're a buyer, you're like, oh, nice. Actually, I want to take it up to 136 to 130. 136.30. That sounds amazing to me. Because why? Well, let me tell you something. That's the previous high. I can do targets just upon that. Okay? That's what should be your target. 136.30. What should be your target for sellers? Well, if it breaks below this one, then this one should be the next one. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. It's basically just support and resistance. That's previously proven to be right. So if you are in the Discord channel, can you tell me that have we been crushing it lately? Have we been crushing it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Did we crush it in April? I'm just asking you, what's your opinion? I don't know what my answer is for me, but did we crush it? Did we have a good time? Did we forecast? And did we take them? Let's see. This fall, for example, did we take this one all the way down to USD? Did we take this fall on pound dollar? Did we? Did we take this fall on pound yen? Did we? I'm just asking. So now I am going to use the CAD, which is an interesting pair. This is very weak. Amit, I am just there. That's awesome. Thank you. You're a good boy. I just want to check. Where are you? We did crush it, Sammy. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to ask you. Because I can say I did it. I can say we did. But if you think that we did it, Well, I think that just deserves a like. Why do you deserve a like? Well, I must say that because we together have been helping you finding more better trades. Then I think that's a like. Not because we did what the market was supposed to do, but I am here to help you today to crush it the next week, next month, next year, for the next 20 years. Isn't that amazing to be crushing it with me every week, every month for the next 20 years? Because I want you to become a successful forex trader. I want you to stop losing. I want you to start winning. And I want you to do all the pips in the world that you can ever do. But it requires patience, discipline, proven track record, a bias, expertise, and never, ever, 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 ever giving up. Okay? I think that's that. For USD CAD, I think we have to have a pullback, potentially. But I think we're actually going back up to the same resistance again. Basically just making this range, continuing range, tops and bottoms. And then we have a target of 142.30. Yeah, back up here then. Okay. Because dollar is strong, we're supposed to be strong, we're supposed to get strong. And then CAD is weak and supposed to be weak and supposed to continue to be weak. That's kind of my bias on dollar. So I think this will go up. Though you want to have a pullback. Yeah, so this is really the price that you would love to see is 139.70. Okay, this area here. This is really where you want to see it coming in. Okay. Then as a seller, you're like, oh, I want to see some kind of reversal. Oh, nice. Then you need a new low, pull back, and then sell off. What's your target? 38.20, 38.30. Something right down here. Okay? I think that's that. What's stop loss? 100 pips? Well, I say 100 pips is because that's where the market really is nowadays. But if you really just 50 on this one, then fine. And of course, once you have a monthly trade here, you're basically aiming for 136.5. Okay, so if you start selling in here and it starts getting in your way, this is really your target. But if you're a buyer, like, oh, I really wanted to come back up to 143.200 in the end of this month. Okay. Pound, yen, seller or buy? Bill, I would love to invite you to my Discord channel in the links below. That we will help you finding out your bias. Then your job, as a trader, do you just go tell people, is it a buy or sell? I don't know. But you have to make a job too. This isn't like, I know the future, I am the wizard, and I'm going to tell you what is going to happen. Will you learn something from that? Will that make you a better trader? Will that make you a successful forex trader? My answer is no, I don't think so. I think that through learning, through patience, through hard work, through losses, you will learn yourself. Because apparently as human beings, we don't learn until we have been punished by the market, apparently. I would love to know that not to be happening, but that's what's going to happen. So I want you to pick and choose a bias. At least do some of the job yourself. Then I can give you targets. Then I can give you an entry. Then I can give you a stop loss. Then we can analyze the market together and say, okay, were you right? Were you wrong? Look at the end of the week. Look at the end of the month. Were we mostly right? Were we mostly wrong? Then we save that for next year and say, next year, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? Improve, 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 improve. But I'm new and I hope to crush it too. Amen. Amazing. Boom. And Sammy says, in fact, it wasn't a signal like a signal provider would, where people follow blindly. It was a clear understanding of market move and when to enter and when to take profit. Mitchell, welcome. I haven't seen you around before. Have you subscribed to my awesome channel? And if you have a pair you want me to cover, please ask questions. Please ask what pair you want me to cover. I will gladly help you. As anybody else, I'm here to help you. So, as we're done USD CAD now, this is your target if you're a seller. This is the target if you're a buyer. Kind of maybe take it before that one and at 42,200. Ta-da! If you're a buyer, you would look to buy around 139,500. Okay. If you're a seller, you want to see some kind of reversal pattern here. How does a reversal pattern look like? You might ask, I have a reversal pattern strategy in my YouTube channel that you can go and watch again. A double top looks like this. That's the top. New low. Then the pullback, then the continuation. How does that look like, you might ask? Oh, that wasn't too hard, wasn't it? I can see it here. This is how it looks like. Top, pullback, double top, new low, pullback, sell, and continuation. And it went all the way down to the target that I provided last week. Congratulations, my friends. I hope you made profits on this. The more you learn, the more you earn. Awesome. Then we can do pound Swissy. That was actually in my tube of trail on thoughts. Good. Then what do we see here? I see a strong Swissy, a weak dollar. So this one is a bit difficult, I must say. Why, I might ask. First of all, twice of all, third of all, I don't trade dollar, Swissy, yen together combined. Okay? Those are the three risk pairs in the world. What does that mean, you might ask? They move up or down at the same sentiment in the market. Okay? So if dollar is strong, yen is strong, Swissy is strong. And the main goal for you as a trader is to find a strong one and a weak one. So if you want to go and fight in a boxing, do you pick and choose Mike Tyson, a world champion, or whatever you call him right now? Do you want to fight Mike Tyson at the first match? Or do you find an amateur like yourself, or even worse than yourself? You find someone who's weaker than you so you can win. Okay? If you had, let's say, which car can we take today? If you had a Hyundai Getz grandma car, around 100 horsepower, do you then go to race against a Lamborghini, Koenigsegg, a Ferrari with a Getz, or Toyota Yaris, which at least in Kenya it's called Vitz? Do you use that again against a Lamborghini? No. You find someone who's weaker than you. So dollar, Swissy, USD, Swissy, and yen. I don't trade them together because they're both strong or weak together, and they don't make sense to trade. 2 weeks ago, I think USD yen moved 15 pips on the same move on the same day. Pound yen moved 180. So do you take 180? Do you take 15? Congratulations, take 15. I will take 180. Okay? I can prove to you. So if you're a buyer, this is your buy area. Good. Don't make price move any longer down. Might be your last chance, but you want it to go higher, double bottom, higher high, higher low, continuation, at least all the way up to 98.50. Okay? That's where you want price to come. But I don't know where it fundamentally will go. So that's really where I'm struggling, okay? As a seller, you want price to come back up again to either 96.80 or 97. If it's up at 97, you can take it down to 95. Okay, that's your trade plan for this week. 97 or a reversal pattern, depends what are you, buyer or seller. I don't know where it's going, because to me this is just sideways, and it has been going sideways ever since 16th of April. Okay, maybe not that, but 20th, 19th. Okay, so not much of a move for me. But you say there's a breakout, well, yeah, then you need a pullback if you're selling. But yeah. Some people coming in, use a Swissie. I'm actually doing use a Swissie right now. I don't know else if you can see that, but yeah. Jeremiah says you're in your Discord channel. Yes, welcome, and we're crushing it, by the way. I say USD. I have done gold already, so you just go back. What impact will stock news have on dollar? It's two different things. It's like asking if what is it? A good one. Okay. Or actually, literally, like if news on Coca-Cola will impact the dollar. No, not necessarily, because the US market is so much bigger than Coca-Cola. Okay? But yes, generally, if the stock market generally falls, generally USD rises. Generally. But that's also a whole as a market, and not as individual stocks or as individual sectors, branches. No, what do you call it? Like industries. That was a word I was looking for. My dad has a gadget and I hate it. Then my grandma had it. We were going in on the highway. The limit is 100, and we were going 90, and it was burning the turbo. So 90 and burning the turbo. What's going to happen on gold? If you ask me, I will ask you. Okay? I don't know. But you yourself have to put yourself in a position on every trade you take. You have to take a step back and say, what do I want to happen again, 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 and again? That's how you can make consistent profits, because you have consistent actions on consistent patterns. Market doesn't crash, doesn't rise, doesn't crash in a day. It moves quite nice and smoothly most of the times, okay? So that means again and again and again and again, pattern will redo itself. So just be ready whenever that happens. Okay? Be ready at your proven track record. Do you have a proven track record before you go live? That's what you should have. I have that. I know exactly how my trading is going, and what I should be looking for, and focusing on every single day, every single week, every single month. And I know what day is it today? 3rd of May. I know 1st of June what I'm going to do. Do you have a plan for 1st of June? Please. Do you have a plan for 1st of June? I have. You should have one. Make one. Plan ahead. I have not done the Jan Paris Frederick, no. We have some important news this week. Do we need to watch out for that? Okay, we can look into that shortly and briefly. I don't know. I haven't really asked myself even if there is any news. I normally do that on Mondays, because Monday doesn't necessarily have a lot of news. Tomorrow it's just very little. That's maybe just Aussie. So just do default high, save. So nothing high until Tuesday. So we can do tomorrow, but there's interest rates on RBA. There is PMI on dollar. There is employment rate out of New Zealand. ADP employment change in the USD. So in interest rates from Britain. So really, what happens is this week is we can go through tomorrow maybe, because nothing happens until Tuesday anyways, of importance, important. So yeah, some interesting news, some PMI, some good. Then what else? USD yen. Are you into USD yen? Then I want to go through some of those requested ones. Okay, so there was a Euro Aussie I remember that I haven't done. Pound yen I have already done. Pound Swissy, okay. We can go through those. USD yen is what are you, buyer or seller? Again, same thing here. Then I would love to say, okay, what do you want to see? In this market here, pound yen fell 180 pips. Doesn't sound like amazing to me. This move here. So if you're a buyer, you are taking profit at 108. If you're a seller, you take profit at 105, 106, and that's just a 200 pip range. I don't know what you want to do. Is that where you make profit in a range of 200 pips? Okay, I will leave you with that. Nothing else for me to do here. I'm not interested. As a technical or fundamental trader, I'm not. I'm a global risk management analyst. I'm not a day trader, and I'm not somebody who's just, let's see what we can do today. Okay, plan ahead, plan ahead, plan ahead. Use a fundamental analysis. What is your fundamental analysis? What is your bias? You have to have that before you come to the table. You even have to have a plan before you sit here with me today for the next week. Do you have a plan for tomorrow? Hope you have, unless you will just lose. Planning to lose, now failing to plan is planning to fail. That really works in trading. Euro Aussie, I remember was requested for. Euro Aussie. It was only buy I was asked to do, so any pullback down to 68, all the way up to 74.10. What is really going on here? I think Euro is strong, Aussie is weak. Very good. That is a strong, weak trade. Good. This is what you want to look for. That's why I just rocket up like a rocket ship from rocket scientists from space. So any pullback you would like to buy. And if it does go below 66, there is nothing left. But 68 is really where you want to look for the buy. And if you don't get it, leave it alone. Okay. Pound has been requested. Pound Swissy. Swissy. So what is really happening here is that I believe we're moving lower. Oh, look at that. Look at those ones. This ones look very odd because it was done before price even went there. Okay, that's how it's odd. I think I did it here or something. When price was here, that's when I did the price. These lines, amazing, isn't it? But if you are a buyer, this is really low and you shouldn't really be buying this one. Get out. My pullback to 2800. Target is 1920. Adios, amigos. Any price above 22 is no longer to be looked as bearish. And you never know. But that's where you look to buy as a plan A, no sell. And this is where you will look to sell plan B. Support, support, move on. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Good. I've done my homework, then EA. Good. I have done that for you. Amazing, good, and awesome. Continuing. Euro USD has been asked. I think Euro USD, I'm just going to do it very quickly. When I'm giving things twice, I'm just going to do it very quickly. Go back in this video if you want to see a full one. I think target for this week is 11.15 if it closes above 110. If it closes above 110, I think we're going to 11.50. If it does not, we are going to go down to a 108.100. You need a reversal pattern first before you can sell Euro USD, but that's where we should go. And I think that it's not unlikely to hit 11.50. So if you're a seller, you want a reversal and not a close above 110. If you're a buyer, you want it to come down to 109.40, up, close above 110, and rocket like a rocket ship. Gold was asked for. I'm just going to say this looks buy for a buyer. This looks sell for a seller. Target is 1742 and 1654. Choose your direction. Choose your bias. Have a plan. Have a track record of this pattern that you're doing every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Okay? Aussie, what else has been requested way before anything else? Okay, so pound Swissy, I have done that now. USD CAD, have done that now. Pound yen, have done pound yen. I think it's going to go lower, selling from 134.50. If it closes above 135.200, it's no longer a sell. Yeah, and take it down to at least 132.200 or lower. Then I am Euros USD. I just did it. Pound Swiss again. I just did it. Gold. I just did it. Euro USD. I just did it. NFP predictions. Okay. Do you want to hear professional advice on NFP? Okay. Are you ready? Ready for NFP? Should we plan for NFP? Don't trade it. It is the worst mistake that you have ever done in your entire life is to trade NFP. If you trade NFP, you're not doing anything that what I'm telling you to do. That's just crossing me and saying whatever you say, Evan, doesn't mean anything at all. Because one, it's gambling. Two, it's not repetitive. It's not past performance. It is not proven track record. And three, it's random. You don't know what the market will do. And you know why NFP is such a good thing to trade? Because you lose money and banks win. They get your money. Do you know that? That's why they want you to trade. And it's in your blood that when something rushes, happens fast, you're excited just to get your money. That's why they created it. Isn't that nice? Don't do it. So yeah, I've lost a lot to NFP. I don't trade it. I'm not going to strangle you for it, but please don't. Like, just trade reversal patterns, just trade the trend patterns, just trade something else for the love of your account, your health, your memory, your mind, and everything. If you're going to trade NFP for the next 20 years, go ahead. Good luck. I can't tell you anything about NFP or what's going to happen. I think it's going to be bad, by the way. I think it's going to be bad. I'm not going to trade it. I'm not going to trade it. That's where not the professional money is. That's not professional trading. If it was professional trading to trade NFP, don't you think that would be a repetitive thing happening? If it was a professional thing? Don't you think that if it was a professional trader's best event to trade, that it will be super profitable? Because so many people would do it that it would actually self-fulfilling happening. But if so many people lose to NFP, why? Why do they lose so much to NFP? Why does NFP destroy accounts, destroy traders, and destroy track records? So That's my rant on NFP. If you want to go ahead, please tell me your results. Give me 10% if you made anything of it. Out of my mind saying I think it's going to be bad. But is the reaction going to be bad? I don't know. Maybe not. Back in December 2019, I can tell you one thing for free. I wasn't trading NFP, but I was in a position on USD. I can do it very quickly for you, just to make sure that you understand what NFP really does, okay? So NFP was 6th of December 2019. That was the wrong one. USD. Okay, good. So, can you see this candle here? It falls, and falls for a good amount of pips. 66 pips, but to be precise. This is NFP. What was the number? It was over 200,000 new jobs created in November. It was not a new high, but it was very good. It was way above expectations. It was awesome. But USD fell. It should rise, but it fell. Why? Because it was just a pullback to enter again. Okay? So even though it was a good news, well above expectations, positive, bling, 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 it fell like a ton of bricks, 66 pips. That's your stop loss, at least if you're trading high volatility news. I guess that was to be 20. So then you would have lost if you bought it. But that's the target for the week here. So buyers got out. What do buyers need when they get out? A better price. Boom. Okay? Check profit again. What else? I lost it on NFP. Sorry, people. I can't. Try New Zealand dollar. Okay, fine, we can do that. New Zealand dollar. On the very same news, this one also fell. Okay, just telling you for free. Dollar gets strong on positive news, totally opposite of what it should do. Okay, I want a pullback on New Zealand dollar. I want it to come back to 61.20. Sounds awesome to me. If it does all the way, it just only comes back to 60.80. Okay, that's not so good. But plan A is 61.20 and all the way down to 59.30. That's that. If it breaks above 61.70, target is 62 or above. But with this coming in, I think this is more likely than this and then this. But if you want to buy it here, you need a double bottom, higher, low. How does that look like? This is how it looks like. Double bottom, higher high, higher low, buy. That's what you need to see. I don't know if you will get it, but that's what you have to plan for. And if you don't get it, don't trade it, let it go. Let it go. Thumbs up on that one, people. Thumbs up on that one. I just give targets, I just give you reasons, I just give you my plan if I was planning to do this. I would just give you my tactics. This should help you. And if it doesn't help you, do it again. If it doesn't help you, do it again. If it doesn't help you, do it again. Don't trade money you can't afford to lose. Use demo. For the love of your account, use demo account if you don't have a proven track record. As a buyer for oil, you want this to come lower than higher. There's different prices on different brokers. Okay, so this one is 19. My broker is at, I think it was 13 or 16. So like way down here. So it doesn't really. So really, you have to look at oil as something we don't trade at the moment. but you can look at it. But this is clear resistance. This is the monthly sell price. This is the weekly sell price. It says sell. If it does, I don't know. That's not up to me. But if I see it falling, I'm not surprised. And we're going back to this low here that you might have. It's around 11, 10.50, 11-ish area, 10.50. If it goes higher, you're going back up to this high here of around 26, at least in this broker. Okay, so this is the high, this is the low, this is the targets. Congratulations. Aussie yen has been requested. Same thing as Aussie dollar. This one is actually more beautiful than the other one. Good. Pullback. Support, support, plan A or B at 64, 1640 or 69 or 6940 or 6900, whatever you get, down to 67. And don't be FOMO, because even though if it goes up and up and up and up and then falls, there is still pullbacks and entries before it goes all the way down to 67, 60. Okay, if you're a buyer, this is really terrible. Don't trade it until it goes above. Well, nobody wants to buy this one right now. It's too low for me. Okay, fine, you can do that. Fine, okay, but then you need a reversal, double bottom, higher high, higher low, buy it back up to 7,200. Why do you buy only from double bottom, higher lows? Coffee, nice question. You go and look at my reversal trading video. Go and look at my strategy video where I revealed my entire strategy for free. I would charge you 300 to know it before, but I gave it for free because Gary Vee told me to give you the most value thing online for free. It's my alpha. It's how I make money. It's how I trade. It's how I see the market. People use waves. I do reversal pattern paper points. Price action and paper points. That's everything I do. I don't use any EMAs, any trend lines, anything else. It's my strategy. Okay? Does that cover your question? In a nice way? Yeah, good. What happened here, mate? Okay, okay. So this is the buy price for. What happened? It didn't. Should have been saved. Okay, no, it wasn't saved then. Anyways, I just did it just minutes ago before this webinar, and apparently it wasn't saved. I can't save this one. So if you're a seller, take it up to 76.50. Take it down to past performance is not indicative of future results, 75.50 or 75 and a half. Now 75 and a half or 7500. This is still a range, so you're just in the middle of the range. So I would say stay away until it breaks above. I think that's where it should go. Euro yen is euro strength here, really euro strength. So what's really going to happen here is that I really want to see a pullback to 116.80 and then up all the way to 18,800, back to this high here. How easy, isn't it? If you're a seller, you're like, oh, this is amazing, but no, maybe not. Why? And you might ask, because we are to the downside. We have a very strong candle, taking out many candles. We have a euro that is going to be unlikely very bullish soon. Okay? And for some crazy reason, it's just going to be a buy. I can't explain to you why euro is going to rise. I just know it's going to. But if you plan to sell it, use a reversal pattern. How does a reversal pattern look like, you might ask? This is one. Okay. Then you need something of a new low here, pullback, sell. All the way down to 15.20. Okie dokie. Hi, Sahil. What else? What else? I've done Aussie, New Zealand, CAD, New Zealand yen. I can do New Zealand yen. Have I done it already? For you, or I've forgotten to take it away. Also, this one wasn't apparently saved. That's how. This is what happens, people, when you do things in a rush, and you forget to save it, or the computer didn't save it for you. So that's the target, and I believe, okay, just do this then, Ivan. Price, just price, okay? This is the sell. Then you have a pullback to 65 to 30, 20, between that, in between here. Okay? Then you can take it down all the way down to 64. That's how I would do it, okay? 64. So why is that something I haven't done before? Okay, good. So sell is here at 65.30, then all the way down to here at 64. Take profit, leave it. If you're a buyer, you're too low to buy, so don't buy it. Yeah, good. Then I would love to have any other pairs you want to requested. And if you have subscribed to this channel, please do so. If you haven't, I mean, and if you do, please give it a like. Well, I must say that I have given you targets. That in itself, it's a reason to like. And how many likes do we actually have today, people? Literally right now? We have, where can I see it? I have to go through that one. Okay, we have 12 likes, so just half of you have liked. Have I really been that poor to you? Haven't I given you anything of value today? Just 12? Okay, fine. Oh, my face is in the way. Oh, nice. That's so nice. Okay, I need to do something about that icon thing then. Aussie yen, I just did it. Pull back to 69, 69.40. Sell it all the way down to 67.70. Mali. Then I just want to make sure that I have gone through my mentorship requests. What is my mentorship requests today? Who are they? Aussie dollar, Aussie yen. I've done that then. EA, GA. Have I done GA for you? Let's see if I can find GA. No, I haven't. Okay, GA. Been requested a couple of times. That's what I see. That's what I would like to see. So we hit. So this is how easy my trading is. This is the entry to sell. Nice and easy. Take profit. 1500 pips later. 1500 pips later on. Takes profit on the dot. Okay? On the dot. I don't know what else you want me to do for you. And after that, it reversed. What else can I tell you to do? What else can I help you to do? Well, this week on, pound Aussie is a weak trade. Oops, it isn't. It's a weak trade. And it seems to be rising. But yeah, target is around this high here, which is 97.70. Okay? 97.70, that's a target. What's the pullback, you might ask? At least get it down to 93.200. Look for a reversal, look for a rejection, look for whatever entries you have. Take it up. Awesome, mate. Then we have Aussie pairs. Might be interested. I've done that. I've done that. Then good. Okay. Then I haven't asked oil. I just did oil, but I can do oil again. So the last one after US 30, we will take it off that, okay? That's where we'll leave it at. If you want my help, I'm going to do more pairs. If you want my help, join my Discord channel. It's free. I'm giving out trades, which I do myself. I'm giving you help of questions that I can help you throughout the week. There is also a private Discord channel that I have for those who has paid for my services. Am I here to sell you anything? No, nothing at all. I just briefly said that I have a mentorship, just to know that it exists. But I'm here to help you. Then somebody has decided they want a shortcut. They want my help every single day for 1 hour a day. If that's what they want, that they have paid for. But the others might get my help throughout the week. They might have questions I will answer, but then it will be later on. I will go to my mentorship students first, and then I made videos. I will give them personalized help, but also those in the Discord channel that for free get such help just later. And I try to help you as much as I can when I'm able. Okay? Just that. Just because they wanted a shortcut, that's everything. But I believe you will be a successful Forex trader anyways, in the end. You just have to have patience. You just have to have discipline. You just have to never give up. Okay, good. Just that. And if those ones using Discord is in my mentorship, they has only given me positive feedback. So if you want something that's valued at $1,000 at 30% of the cost, sounds like a good deal to me. 70% off, sounds like a good deal to me. Oil. Target for sellers is 10. Target for buyers is 25. Okay. Why? No, what? Has anything changed of oil? No, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nada, nadas, nadas. Sellers wants it to come down to 16.5. Sellers wants it to come down to 10. Buyers want to take it up from 16.5 up to 25. So you should really look for a reversal pattern up here at around 20. New low. So how does that look like? Like this one. Let's see if I move that way. How does a reversal pattern look like, you might ask? I can tell you here. Double top, lower low, lower high, sell. Okay. That's what should happen here as well. That's what you should look for. And if it doesn't happen, then leave it. And price above, stop loss above 22. If you're a seller. If you're a buyer, you are looking for the same reversal pattern, just as a double bottom, higher high, higher low, buy. That's what you will need to see here. And then up to 25. Choose your direction. No, choose your bias, whatever direction that is, doesn't matter, as long as you're consistent, as long as you look for the same thing every day, then you would have consistent returns. But if you do the one thing on that day, another thing another day, you forget something, you do something else, you just mess it up, do something else, leave it. You won't get consistent returns if you don't have consistent actions and planning. How do you plan? You plan. USD try. Oil, Aussie. I think that Aussie and New Zealand is going to be weak this week. Euro, pound, and pound Swissy with the future. Because I have actually done pound Swissy, so you can just go back in this video to look at it. And I can do Euro pound. That's mostly something that's requested for. Dow Jones, anyone? Okay, what is normally happening in May? What happens in May on Dow? Let's go to last year. What happened last year in May? Okay. Let's see. It fell. Okay. Let's go up to the year before then. What happened the year before? It didn't fall. It rose. Okay. 1-1. That was the last bar, apparently. Okay. It rose. Okay. It fell, actually. Here it's falling. Okay, so 2-1 to fall. Does this look like a fall? This is 618. This is 50. On the 1 hour, this low is too low to be support. It is going to be a sell of some kind of short, technically down. If it's going to go higher again, okay, maybe. But I see this is a new low compared to all of those lows here that's taken out. It could go higher, but it's at risk. It's not something that I would recommend buying, but that's my view. Technically, fundamentally, yeah, it can fall as well. It can fall as well. Given what is really happening in the world at the moment. Euro pound, last pair. Okay, I just did it for you. That's how easy it was. Okay, pull back to support. Take it up to 88.61. Is that going to happen? Maybe. Is it ever going to have to pull back? Maybe not. But that doesn't really matter to me if it does or doesn't. You as a trader need always to buy low. You can't buy high. You can't buy where sellers are supposed to sell because it's going to fall. That's what they wanted to do. And where buyers buy, that's where you are ready. Because where buyers buy, price is likely to head up. Maybe not that high, but at least a little bit so you can put your entry to break even and don't lose money. Okay. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you guys for being in this live webinar. I have enjoyed. I've done pound. I have done USD. I have done yen. I have done gold. I have done USD. I have done euro. What else do you want me to do? I don't know. I have done Dow Jones. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for being here. I have exhausted myself. I'm way overdue. I'm way late. I have done way more than I thought I would do today. So thank you guys for being here. Don't risk money you can afford to lose. Join my Discord channel for free in the links below. And comment on the video that's about to be done a video, not now, but when everything becomes a video, like a normal video, you have a comment section below the video. Please tell me what you learned from this video. It might take some time before it becomes a video, but once it becomes a video, go back tomorrow, leave a comment of what you learned. Okay? Until next time, stay safe. Don't risk money you can afford to lose. Cheers, guys.